All right, so good morning and good afternoon. This is Mr. Collazo, and we're here talking about solving literal equations part 2. So this is day 2. Yesterday, you should have learned about the basics of solving literal equations from Ms. Alderman. So today, we're going to kind of take it a step further and look at some more real-life examples that you might see in your other math classes or in your science classes. So let's start on number 5. So number 5, we have V equals L times W times H, okay? And we want to solve for height. So height in this equation is obviously going to be H, okay? So I'm just going to label that. Now, here in the equation, right, I have V equals L times W times H. I want the H by itself. I want to isolate that. So what I need to do is undo what's going on this right side. So since I have L times W times H, that means I'm going to divide by L times W, okay? And what I do to one side, I have to do to the other. So that means my lengths are going to cancel, my widths are going to cancel. So all I'm left with on the right side is height, which is what we want. And on the left side, I have V over LW. So V over LW equals H. That's my final answer. We solved for height, okay? Number 6, I have the same formula, right? V equals LWH, but this time I want to solve for the width, which is little w, okay? So now I need to undo the L and the H. So just like we did in this first example, or in example 5, we're going to divide by length and height this time, right? Because I want to keep the width on this side. So what I do to one side, I have to do to the other. So I need to divide this side by length times height, okay? So on the right side, lengths cancel and the heights cancel. So all I have left is width. On the right side, I have V over LH. And that's my answer. V over LH equals W, equals the width. Okay. Now, number 7. So number 7 didn't copyright, so I'm going to rewrite it myself. It should be, so just don't even look at that. It should be C equals 2 pi r. That is the circumference formula, okay? So for 2 pi r, we want to solve for the radius, okay? So that means I want the r by itself. So here on the right side, I have 2 times pi times r. So to get r by itself, we're going to divide by 2 pi. And what I do to one side, I have to do to the other. Okay, so on the right side, the 2's cancel, the pi's cancel. So all I can do is bring down the r, which is what I want. And on the left side, I have c over 2 pi. That's it, and that's my answer. Radius equals c over 2 pi. Okay. Number 8. I have F equals ma, and I want to solve for mass. So in this equation, mass is going to be m. So I need the m by itself. Okay. So on the right side, I have m times a. So to undo that, we're going to just divide by a. Okay. So on the right side, the a's will cancel. And all I'm left with is m on the right side and f divided by a on the left side. And that's it. Easy step. Okay. A couple more. So number 9, v equals d times t. I want to solve for distance. So obviously, distance is going to be d. So here, v equals d times t. If I want the d by itself, we're going to divide by t. What I do to one side, I have to do to the other. So my t's are going to cancel on the right side. And all I'm left with is a 1d. On the left side, I have v over t. And that's it. We solve for d. We solve for distance. Okay. And then last quick example. We have same formula, v equals dt, but this time I want to solve for time. So I'm looking for the t. So to get the t by itself, we just do the opposite of what we just did. We're going to divide by d, right? Because d times t, we divide by d. What I do to one side, I do to the other. The d's are going to cancel, and I'm left with 1t on the right side, v over d on the left side. Okay, and that's it. Those are some just examples of solving literal equations.